for the afternoon. And 1 tackle.
So Thornton gets it to the wing. Cruiser a target with Hampson. So a couple of big guys. Gibbs did well to Waite, to Scotland, back to Hampson, emerging, isn't he? To Brown, who was the late inclusion, has a few options. Lovely kick to Murphy. They've done that a few times today, the Blues, over the back, haven't they? Judd did it twice in the opening term.
And it's on the counter-attack they're able to do that. Collingwood tried to do it with Lee Brown. Spoke about his possession as the one handball. He also did have a drop mark inside the goal square.
Wasn't that fantastic, though, by the youngster Brown? Favola was demanding the footy, but he went to the best one.
As Murphy misses.
Maybe not.
So 10 marks inside 50 for the Blues, Ox, by 10 different players today.
They've only had one multiple goal kicker, and that was Jarrah Waite, and I think he kicked the first 2 of the game.
Correct.
Clark. Short. Heath Shaw out of the back pocket. Tuvey. From left half back, kicks beyond the wing. Lee Brown's the target. From behind Bauer. Knocked it on the ground. Lee Brown with finesse. Well played. Gives it to Cook. Cook slips it away to Swan. Hadley. Judd. Cruiser. Now a chance to catch them on the rebound. Simpson. Favola. Too tall for Favola. Goes behind. Waite wheels around. Judd was the man to give it to. Not required. Kicks the goal. That's his third.
Could he play full forward at a pinch weight? I mean, if something happened with Fev, could he be an option there?
No doubt. No doubt. And I think the best thing for him was him going down into the defence to understand what needs to be done to be a forward. I think he's picked up a lot of tricks, and he now becomes a very versatile footballer. When you've got athleticism and you've got speed and you've got good skill, you're more than halfway to being a handy player.
Well, he's the only multiple goal kicker for the day, Wade, and he's got 3 of them. And hard day for the Prez. They're in that difficult stage of the season, aren't they? With looking like a 3-5 first 8 games with a lot of players out and having to try and just stay tough and stay somewhere near the 8.
Nothing upsets fans more than teams that don't kick goals too. I mean, coming off a 5, Mick Malthouse, people talking about his future. Well, he can ill afford 4 or 5 this afternoon.
He's only got 3.
Which isn't fair, but...
No, it's not. Well, they've had 7 changes. It hasn't been easy for them, missing all their clever forwards. They haven't had a forward at ground level either, which has been a real concern for them.
So Brown gets it to full forward. Anthony made a contest. Lockyer snap is wide and a long way from it. Anthony without a goal. He's not played a game of AFL footy and missed out so far. This is his 19th match.
And abnormal stat. 41 marks to Collingwood, 91 to Carlton. There's a huge differential there.
Here's Jamison. Goes out with an untidy kick to the boundary, and it beats Murphy across, who decides to stay out there. He comes back in, just goes through the interchange gates. 71 plays 27. And the fact that they are missing a lot of players, Collingwood, hasn't made the performance by Carlton that impressive since the opening term. They've struggled for goals too.
I'm not sure if Mick's got any options though. There's not a hell of a lot he can do to actually change this trend. His midfielders are getting their hands on the footy without any real effect. His forward line hasn't really functioned. His defenders have just been thereabouts. I'm not sure if he's got much switching of players that will affect much in the result.
I think you're right.
Just have a look at the players there. There's Meadows, Cloak. Now they're 2 of the main important players for the Collingwood strike force.
And Dennis, they went from 116 to 99 last Monday night in Vicini, so you almost feel like damage control is the way to go here too. Losing some again today in that jog lamb. Log jam, I should say. I felt like Tim was still side bottom for a moment. Here's Clark. So if you don't kick many goals, you find it very hard to keep that percentage going as the side bottom gets it from O'Brien to Brown, who's had 5 pretty good minutes. He's had a disappointing day. He asked a lot of Anthony, who made the contest. Blues with the numbers. Brown, good pressure by Collingwood forwards there. Still with a chance, and then Lee Brown gets involved again. Just wonder, Ox, with Lee Brown, because they've gone with Fraser and Lee Brown basically for the whole year. Now Wood comes in today. Brian is still around the place, so he's probably playing for his footy future.
Oh, no doubt. Absolutely no doubt.
He's been the backup ruckman who might be able to go forward or fill a hole down back, but it hasn't worked well at all today. Cruiser, Hadley, and now Gibbs.
Feeds it back. Scotland. Again, a lot of the football this afternoon. Cade Simpson got there in time. Maxwell was closing.
I'm glad he pulled out, because you can see the whites in his eyes just getting wider.
Chris Judd's got the football now. 21st possession coming up. Takes the man on the mark. Goes to Betts. Not sure why. Betts sends a high ball towards full forward. Big pack. Russell, what a terrific mark.
Gee, that's a great grab.
Bit of a tease, this player, isn't it?
Yeah, and much maligned by a lot of Carlton people too. Just have a look at this.
High draft pick. Getting
nice
high.
mark.
So a kick after the siren.
Top 10 draft pick. I think number 9 about 5 years ago. So
you're amazing.
Just keep those things in the bank then.
Here's Russell then. And the best and worst of him in the space of a minute and a half. Three-quarter time. Carlton still controlling the game. 11-6 to 3-9. This is Sunday football.
Collingwood have teased a couple of times. They just can't get the scoreboard going, can they? It's 27 to 72. Well, Patricia and Val, the lifetime Collingwood supporters, we've been following them throughout the day and the essence of the game. Ricky, you're in a good spot right now.
Yes, I'm in the girls here who've had a pretty tough day out in the crowd here. Pat, what has gone wrong with the Pies?
You tell me, mate, and I'll know. I don't know.
I'm
still here for the good end of it.
Now, Val, did you see Leon Davis's goal? What did you think of that one?
I thought it was wonderful.
Is he one of your favourite players?
Oh, yes, yes.
Are you not blaming injuries for today's poor performance, are you?
No, I just think we haven't got the right cattle on the field.
Now, yesterday, you turned how old?
82.
82. Now, I'm sorry the Collingwood boys couldn't give you a win today. We are struggling at the moment. But I'm going to give you a kiss, okay? Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Back to you, boys.
Good on you, Rick. Well, Patricia, 82, so she was born in 1927. That means that for the first 4 years of her life, Collingwood won premierships. She was spoiled early, wasn't she?
Well,
27, 28, 29, 30.
Had to be paying attention, Bruce, but yeah.
Well,
you're amazing.
Well, sometimes you get some help then. Ox had his hand up my back. What can Mickey do, Ox? Well, not much, obviously, but what can Collingwood do?
Look, I think he's got to just ask and implore his team to actually give an effort to get first the footy, stick to the disciplines of, you know, what they've been working on, their core values, which would be first to the footy, make sure you land your tackles, make sure we support each other, make sure we get plenty of run, and things may appear, look, they're probably not going to win the game, and they most likely won't win the game, but they can certainly win the quarter, and you can take that into next week.
45 points the margin then.
They don't want to blow it out here, then. They don't want to let it go out to 80 or 90 points.
No. Start of the final term on a Sunday. Hampson goes up, knocks it down. Swan, Wood, O'Brien in trouble.
Just held that in. Mine.
Simpson towards half forward. Pushing the back.
Out. Thank you.
That's just really good play there by Murphy, just knowing where the ball's about to land and protecting the space.
Didn't say it was hands in the back, so it was paid for a push out, was it?
Interference in the marking contest.
Comes and goes a bit, doesn't it?
Yeah.
There's Murphy. Very close to the man on the mark. Going for the extra meterage, 5 metres out, big.